You almost don't want a fan running the show.
Yeah,
and
almost never.
Like,
yeah.
And I know that might seem like a strange thing. I don't know. It's like Star Trek 2: Wrath of Khan. The director famously was like looking at Star Trek, he's like, "What the fuck's this? What the fuck's this? This isn't good." And then Wrath of Khan's probably like, it's probably the best Star Trek movie that there was. Which is to say, if you're writing from a fan perspective, then you'll be all fucking excited about all these stupid little details that are interesting because you're a fan, right? And I find those interesting because I'm a fan, whatever. But the big new generative, like here is something truly big and new and exciting. That doesn't really come from that, like, honestly, turbo nerd detail perspective, right? It's like, where are the big swings? And yes, sometimes big swings result in big misses. Shadowlands was absolutely one of those. But even like, look at how Shadowlands was so over obsessed with exploiting details to justify itself. Whereas, like, I don't know, you kind of look at like the events of Warcraft 3, big shit going on all the time. That was I think the best of those kind of like Warcraft eras.
Yeah, there is fan open brackets lower close brackets, and then there's fan open bracket vibes close bracket. And I think in today's world, because of things like wikis and because of general like fandom and stuff, there's an awful lot of people immediately go towards the like A route and go, well, fan of lore. So what lore can I take forward? What can I like bring to logical conclusions? What can I bring to logical like perspectives? What can I carry forward? But it takes something different to actually go, what's the vibes here? What's the actual, what do I need to do? And that's where, and I haven't watched it, but I've heard a lot of people talk about it, but like Netflix One Piece, where it's like they went and they worked with Oda, they worked with everyone, and they basically found Luffy in real life, some magical high, and said, you will be our main character because you've got the perfect energy. And everyone's like, this is not, not detail correct, not completely like what we would maybe want if you wanted to give it to people who were super hyper fans and wanted to make it detail wise. But they're like, what does this feel like? What's the vibe? What's this feel like? Yeah, Carrie, exactly. Super fans usually can't distinguish forest from the trees.
Yeah.
And that's a case where there are some people who can really very much see both. And in a lot of cases, fans can't see the forest can't see the trees for the forest that often. So if you can see the forest, which is the big picture, the ideas, the vibes, you do that, then you're off to the races. Like,
think of Lord of the Rings. Like, there's many criticisms you could have of Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. Like, Denethor is a totally screwed character in the film adaptation. Gondor is just a big city. It doesn't really feel like a large state with all these things that you can, like, from a lore details perspective, level at Peter Jackson's trilogy and be like, this is bad, that's inaccurate, this is wrong, blah, 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 blah. But, you can't have the balls to be like, no, we can't do that. Denethor is better like this in our movie. Yeah, the elves are going to turn up. Yeah, I know it didn't happen in the book. The Battle of Helm's Dyke? No, we're not going to do that. It's just going to be this, because it'll look cool and it'll be our big set-piece battle for the second movie. And it's like, oh no, the son of Tolkien doesn't like it. Who gives a fuck? He'd probably make a shit movie.
That's perfect. That's perfect. You need to make a good thing first.
Yeah.
Like, good, accurate. As long as it's good and somewhat accurate, I think people will largely be okay.
Yeah, it's like, take the Warcraft movie. It had loads of the bits that it needed. Biggest problem was it was kind of bloated mess that it was a bloated mess that also was fucking ADHD as shit too. That was the weird thing about the Warcraft movie. God, what a messy movie that has quite a bit of heart in it still.
Yeah, I
totally
definitely
miscast and messed up human cat. What was up with that human cast? What was the deal with Lothar's son? What was going on there? What were you thinking of, mate? Toby Kebbell's Durotan, brilliant. I can't believe I've forgotten his name. Perfect Gul'dan. Warcraft movie Gul'dan was great.
He was very, very good.
Very good.
Strong.
Anyway.